Hi traders and welcome to Price Action Training School. Today we will have questions and answers for lessons 5 to 10. So I have received some of your questions and I will review it today. So I hope that after this webinar it will be all clear with previous things which you haven't understood correctly. So today, focus on questions and, of course, prepare your questions during the first 15 to 20 minutes because if there are any questions left over, I will try to respond. Okay? So before we begin, as always, our standard is disclaimer explaining that online educational materials are developed by Admiral Markets Estonia for a global audience. If you want to get a corresponding information on charting conditions and any other detail, you should visit admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country of residence, and contact an appropriate entity. The risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. Admiral Markets Utility takes no responsibility for information accuracy. This is solely my opinion, and it's no way connected to AM UK. Forex is risky business, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. Okay? By logging in to your trader's room, you will be able to download Admiral Market Supreme Edition, and definitely Supreme Edition will help you to your trade. It will help you regarding correlation and a lot of different things. Have in mind that I have already scheduled a webinar in March that will deal with Admiral Market Supreme Edition, and I will explain all useful things you can do with it. Also, you can download, you can connect to WebTrader platform, which is found at this address. Have in mind that WebTrader platform is very good option, especially if your PC is struggling with MT4 or if you're unable to trade from your own station. Okay, and don't forget that Admiral Markets is officially best MT4 broker. So today's questions and answers, and then after we finish with this, it will be a live questions and answers. Okay, so the first question, okay, is which indicators are suitable for a system? Elmo is asking, are there any slides running? Yes, you should see the slides, Elmo. See the slides. I hope that you can see the slides. And the first question is, which indicators are suitable for a system? Guys, can you confirm that I'm showing the slide because Elmo cannot see it? It's frozen. Okay, let me do it. Is it okay now? Excellent. Okay, good. Okay, good. So this is a risk disclaimer that I have previously mentioned, and this is questions and answers. Excellent. Which indicators are suitable for a system? Well, the first question, I would say, guys, it depends. For example, if you trade momentum, you should definitely pay attention to EMA breaks, but not crosses. EMA breaks of price, or let's say MACD divergence, if you want to trade a momentum. Because usually if you have a system based on EMA crosses, that will not be enough for you. EMA crosses lack a proper trend definition. So EMA crosses are not for trend spotting. Proper trend definition is always highs and lows or lows and highs. So you know what a proper trend definition is. Okay? Trust, pullback, trust, pullback. EMAs lack a proper trend. EMAs are usually crosses which have already happened. So you may lack a substantial momentum. Your price in this place will have already gone towards bearish or bullish momentum. Trend is what you need to follow. Okay, so trend. Now, when you define a trend, that is the time when you can use stochastics, or let's say how I do it, POC rejections for entries. But before you make any entry, you need to define a trend, because trend is made from big money. Big money makes trend. Central banks, commercial banks, institutions, hedge funds, companies, all those big players will make for a trend. You're a trend follower because you follow big money, right? Now, the thing is, which system do you want to use? If you want to use price action system or method, or you want to trade price action, then definitely try to follow my analysis every day and every single Monday session recaps, because that is price action. Or if you don't follow my trade recommendations or setups, then you should define your own system, which also has the primary rule which explains how to trade within the Confluence zone. That is what I'm trying also to teach you on Price Action Training School. And after we finish with Price Action Training School, which will last throughout the whole year, I say through probably till August, then you will trade Price Action Training School setups. And we will have setups probably in addition to our standard session recaps, but not in that form. You will see, I will use another form. So I want you to really try to understand the price action. Now also, if you use harmonic system or harmonic trading, you need an indicator which will show you harmonic patterns such as bat, shark, all those different harmonic patterns. If you use chaos trading system by Bill Williams, which is called Profitunity, then you would need obviously Bill Williams indicators. So there is no clear answer to your question, which indicators are suitable. All indicators are suitable as long as you understand the momentum, direction, and flow of the market. Even trading with a few indicators, for example, such as EQ pivot point system, can be pretty much successful. And you will see another video I put today, 80 pips with pound yen, live trading, which is a part of low to high build up project. And definitely you don't need to have such a complicated method for spotting the momentum. The primary thing is you want to understand whether you want to trade momentum or you want to trade zones. If you want to trade momentum, then it's a bit like exploiting the momentum, where timing is important. So I can say timing for momentum trades is more important than indicators themselves. Now, if you want to trade price how banks do it, because banks most trade as I've been showing you, the zones. So you want to trade within the zone, POCs, and those are swing trades. So that is what you need to define within your own trader's mindset. So I hope that the question has been explained. Okay. Now, second question is, how do we spot T89? Which time frames? Okay, the thing is, if you want to spot T89 pattern, you can do it basically from every single time frame. T89 pattern is very clearly shown in my price action trading school, where we talked about T89. And actually, this is T89. I will show you now. This is T89 on 4-hour time frame. Okay, here. And Mr. Dogan sent me a tweet today saying that he doesn't like T89 because he obviously traded against T89. Guys, I tried really a lot of times to explain that T89 is, no, it's not frozen. You see the screen? T89 is very, very strong. Okay, very strong. Do you see the screen? Here it's T89. How? It's impossible the screen is frozen. It should be shown. Do you see Euro Turkish Lira on the screen? No. How come? Oh, this is strange, really. Let me do it again. I will. Okay, you should see it now. It's. Ah, yeah, I was showing my other screen. Okay, good. Excellent. So you see, this is T89. And the trader named Dogan told me that he took a trade in opposite direction. So guys, look at this. This is T89. You see, it's very strong. When you see this form, this starts to form, jump into your lower time frame. You see, this is hammer. And just after the close of this hammer, look at this, guys, how many pips you could have made. Okay? Huge number of pips on Euro Turkish Lira. So never underestimate the power of T89. Watch this. Look at this, guys. T89. Look at this. Do you see the power now? This was my own invention because you will find nowhere T89 on the internet. So you are privileged to know this simple yet effective thing. So there is no information on T89 except from myself. Always think twice when you see T89. Even if your own training system tells you that you should go short here, think twice, guys. Look, this is T89 scholastic, perfect example. A perfect bounce from 89 EMA, pin bar from 89 EMA. This was the first thing I taught you on price action trading school. Okay? Think twice, guys. Look at this. Think twice. Very often you will see things such as this candle here, which is also T89. This is also, but this is bearish candle, you see? So it should be bullish. This is good. This is bearish rejection. You can find it on every single time frame. Look at this, guys. Bearish T89 because the body is black. This is not T89. It's bearish. You see, the candle needs to be bullish. So the body needs to be bullish. So don't be mistaken. This is not T89. T89 is this as bearish or this as bullish. But if body is black, see, it's not bullish, it's still bearish. So you don't take it as a clue. Yeah, Mr. Gaspacho is saying, I was thinking T89 on 1 hour. Yeah, don't do it just on 1 hour. Try to spot different time frames. You can do it, of course, on 1 hour time frame. Okay? But you definitely need to pay attention what's happening on 4 hour time frame. So if 4 hour time frame also is clear, then there is a signal for you to open a trade. Yes, it's a good thing that you use all time frames. Exactly, Eitan. T89 can be either a support or resistance. For example, this is support now. And it's good because it goes in accordance with EMA 89. Okay, so this is what I use for a Confluence, guys. I always use T89 as a forward guidance. For example, if I want to make a trade and if I see a POC Confluence with T89, that will be additional confirmation for me to take this trade. You can see, okay, today's analysis on Australian dollar. Let me show you. Okay, let me just show you. It didn't have T89, but what I'm trying to say is it had some confluence, okay? It had some confluence, and I will show you now, okay? So here I published this analysis, and the price went to POC, and it was rejected, guys. It was rejected. So we had couple of rejections from POC zone today, but here, if this candle was, let's say, bearish without this wick, and EMA was here, this could be a good confluence on T89. Okay, this was a good confluence here. You see, this one, this was T89 here. See, bearish. So always use a confluence. Today's confluence, we had triple top, inner trend line, XCross, H3, 61.8. So I hope that you made money on Australian dollar because the analysis was very clear on that. Okay, very clear. You cannot go long here, guys. It would be, even though if you win a long trade here, I wouldn't take it because it was too obvious that the price could reject. The question is dollar CAD now, T89, 4-hour time frame. Let's see. Dollar CAD, 4-hour time frame. No, this is not T89. This is not T89 on 4-hour time frame. Pavel. Ron is saying he always uses EMA 89.55. EMA 55 is almost the same as RSI 14. Okay, good. I didn't know it. I don't use EMA 55, but good to know. Euro Audi. Let's see Euro Audi. Yes, Alexa, this is a good bullish. This could be a good bullish rejection. I would prefer this candle to close as bullish, and it was not exactly at EMA 89, but this is clearly support. Clearly support. Yes, close it will be very important. Question: should we use stochastic or MACD for divergence? Well, I use MACD, but you can also use stochastic for divergence. The thing is, it doesn't matter, guys, as long as it works. I personally am a fan of MACD, and you know that I have been a long time fan of MACD. And the thing is, if you use divergence with MACD, you are sure to capture a trend which had already happened. So that is a lagging indicator. Stochastic is more like a leading indicator. So you will not always get great divergence entries with stochastics. But the answer to your question is yes. You can use both. So you can use either stochastic or MACD, but my favorite is MACD. 2 or 3 touch trend line, which is more valid to use? Well, in my observation and from my experience, 2 touch trend line is enough to give you the trend, and 3 touch trend line additionally confirms it. So you can stay safe by drawing a 2 touch trend line. Don't worry about it. Okay? 2 touch trend line is enough. Can you explain inner trend line concept once more? That was a question. Yes, of course. For example, let's find an inner trend line here. We have it here. So, okay, this is it. At this time, we had a trend line which served as a support right here. We had 2 touch trend line, which is a support here and here. Now, how the price went, we see that the price has broken through this trend line, and here finally it has become an inner trend line. So trend line is inner trend line is a trend line which has been broken, but that trend line is also very useful to us because it shows a part of the confluence. Here, guys, look where rejection happened, exactly at this red trend line. See, it was very valid. At this point, it has become an inner trend line. So this part here we can use as a confluence. And here we had a clear confluence. H4, inner trend line. So there is no strange that the price has rejected here. It's because also because of this inner trend line. It's very strong. And again, you will not find anywhere on the internet the concept of inner trend line because it was solely my creation over the years. Ilya is asking, T89 is best valid on 1 hour time frame. You can use it on every single time frame, but always pay attention to a higher time frame. So 4 hour time frame is good, 1 hour time frame, even on daily, to give you a trend direction. So you won't take trades with T89 on daily time frame, but it can give you a cue for direction. So imagine that you see a bullish T89 on daily. That means that you will take trades in bullish direction next day. That will be also explained during the course of price action trading school. So rejections of EMA that are known as T89 on daily time frame are used clearly and strictly for trend direction, guys. So open up daily time frame. You see, if you see any T89 like this, you know that you should take long trades. Okay? Next day, but not on daily. You don't use daily for entries. You zoom to lower time frames to find entries. We will do that, but please be patient. Mr. Gaspacho, hard MACD indicator, it's not used now anymore, so we don't use it anymore. It's not used for HARP. HARP has different rules today, and I need to be honest, last 2 months, 3 months, I was focused on Camarilla MACD as always and EQ pivot points. Okay, next question is, okay, I have explained inner trend line concept. I hope that you understand it clearly. Is XCross valid if it's taken as inner trend line versus pivot point break? Yes, it is. I think that we had a situation like that today. You see, guys, look at this. Here, XCross, here, XCross, here, XCross. So here and here, we have an XCross. So when you see that inner trend line breaks through H3 like this, this is an XCross here. Here we also see XCross, and here two trend line crossover. Okay, is this clear to you guys? So you know what XCross is. You see, even we have X like this, an X ladder. So is this clear to you? I hope that you understand XCross clearly because it's important. So this is XCross here. Here we also see XCross, and here. So it's important part of the confluence, like it's shown here. So yes, the answer to your question is indeed, it's very valid. Okay. Next question was, is exaggerated divergence strong? Well, what I can say from my own experience, it can be strong. So yes, you can take counter trend trade opportunities with other confluence point, also with exaggerated divergence. So yes, the answer is it is strong. When to take trades with divergence? Very good question. We have not yet had any webinar about how to make entries on price action trading school knowledge, because we haven't completed price action trading school yet. But you need to be patient, guys, very patient, because you will learn how to make entries during the course of price action trading school. So be patient. Okay, that is very important for you to know that you need to be patient, step by step. We go step by step. So the question, when to take trades with divergence. So let's see, you want to trade intraday, right? So you take trades on 1 hour time frame. For 1 hour time frame, you go with daily Camarilla. You see, when price, this is uptrend, this looks like uptrend, right? On 1 hour, on 4 hour, it's also uptrend with a pin rejection. So if the price gets to this region here, sorry, we need to take trades from support. So I would take trades at this zone, counter trend trades. So I will show you a full webinar about these trades on divergence, but at this point you need to know that you should definitely define the strongest daily support as shown here, and then try to spot a regular bullish divergence at support, okay, or hidden divergence, because hidden divergence will hint to the chart continuing to go up, okay. So this is the zone, and you look for regular bullish or hidden bullish divergence. Because the price is going down, you want to take a trade here, which is actually a trend trade. So, you know, because you have a trend. If you want to take a counter trend trade, then the only thing I would look at around H5. So for counter trend trades, you can go with H5 and divergence combined. But that is what we will cover in our future price action training school, not today. Okay, so I hope that this was very clear to you. So taking trades with divergence will be explained in a separate webinar, but if you want to take counter trend trades, then only around H5 or L5 depending on price. What is POC? Well, again, a question about POC. POC is point of confluence, and we use it for entries with my Camarilla MACD setups, and also when I do my standard entries with Camarilla MACD. So POC is a confluence zone which you use for entries. Very simple and effective entries at POC. So it is the zone, and it stands for point of confluence. Okay, so it's a point of confluence. Can you explain once more how you use FIBO expansion tool? Of course, FIBO expansion. For example, you want to take a long trade here. This is how you should do it. Okay, this was the swing low, swing high. Swing low, after the swing high, this was a swing low. Like this. First, you go from bottom to top, and you put this at the swing point here. And look at this. This is how you place your expansion tool. Okay, this is the way to do it, guys. Okay, I hope that this is clear. Okay, so from this point to this point and here, if you want to go with Fibonacci expansion, it's really a great way to do it. Okay, so that is clear. Why you use 89 EMA and not 144 EMA? Well, the answer is simply because I have been following EMA 89 through all this time, and throughout my testing, I have come to believe that really this is a great way to use EMA 89. So, because of my personal experience with EMA 89. I've been not following 144 EMA so avid as 89 EMA. And the last question I got on Twitter was, I traded against T89 and lost. What should I do? Simple question, simple answer. Don't trade against T89. Okay, don't trade against it. Never. So once more, guys, if you define a trend opportunity, let's say here, and you see that you can, for example, spot a strong T89 here on 4 hour, it's clearly indication that 1 hour should be used for long entries. If you see 1 hour T89 rejection, then you can go to 15-minute time frame and look for long entries. So always place your analysis on higher time frames, and you use lower time frames to actually pinpoint an entry. If you follow my trades with Camarilla, MACD, and analysis, I simply use the zones. So it's a different concept. In price action training school, I am teaching you, and I will be teaching you how to use multiple time frame analysis. Following a trend on higher time frames to actually place an entry on a lower time frame. Okay? So that is the part of the Confluence. For Camarilla MACD, it is used to tell me if the zone is good for placing entries, as I have shown you today on Australian dollar. So we didn't have any EMA 89. This was EMA 89 here. But it doesn't matter, it's still the zone. So I did 1 hour analysis defining the zone for entries, but I also had 4 hour trend in mind, and this giant head and shoulders. So you need to combine it. But don't trade against T89. Mr. Gaspacho is asking, if you choose one more MA with 89, which one is best fit? I don't know, because I use only a single EMA on Camarilla MACD. But Ilya was saying, and maybe that could be the answer to your question, Ilya was saying that he actually made a rainbow with 117, 89, 67, 50, 39, 26, 13, and 10. So Ilya uses 8 times EMA. So you can try it, guys. But actually what we do here is, I'm actually trying to teach you practical naked trading concept with some additions. So it's more like practical naked trading plus concept. So usually M15 and 1 hour, 1 hour and 4 hour. And if you want to trade within the zone, you can do it also from a single time frame. But you still need to have and take a look on higher time frames to define a clear trend. So guys, these were the questions you have asked. If you have any other question, go ahead and ask me. Of course, tomorrow Chris and I will have a webinar, and on Friday, standard session recap. We had again good success with session recap. Although euro dollar was a loss, we had good wins with pound dollar, also with Australian dollar. And today, Australian dollar was again a clear winner. Any comment about Yellen? Apostolos is asking. Not exactly. Yellen was basically restraining from giving any additional cues about Fed rate hike. There was no either or, black, white. It was only gray. I called it 50 shades of gray today. Definitely not so good not so good statement, because I don't see any clear clue against Fed rate hike or no. So simply put, it was definitely with two options allowed. So we cannot draw any big conclusions from her statement. Ilya is saying euro dollar not much loss because at 8 in GMT I could short it like hell. Well, yes, Ilya, that is what I always say. Pay attention to the analysis, even though if you see a stop loss from time to time, not that often, you will be able to make a good clues about the trend and possible shorting and buying spots just following the analysis. But again, we had good rejection on Australian dollar, on pound dollar especially, so we had nice wins. Also, New Zealand dollar was great, especially breakout trade. I hope that you traded it. New Zealand dollar. Also, session recap, and Apostolos is saying GBP is not favoring you, my friend. Well, last session recap was definitely favoring me, and the analysis I will show you how. And yes, this was a good question because it was clearly very clear that we had a good win on pound dollar. I will open a last session recap. Okay, just give me a few minutes. Okay, session recap. Okay, let me open it. 1 second. And that will be shown on the chart. Okay, 1 second. Session recaps here. Okay, here. Clearly a win on pound dollar. Oh, I lost it again. Wait. Okay. Okay. Here. You can see it here. We had 1.4520, and what happened is the price perfectly came to our PLC zone, and at the time I made up a screenshot, you could have made 60 pips. So not bad, right? 60 pips with only 40 pips stop loss. And I think the price dropped even more, but at this time, this was very clear. So not that bad, right? So clearly a win on pound dollar. Jack is asking, how do you think about negative interest rates will affect forex currencies such as yen? Well, yen had recently gained some strength, so yen is a safe haven, and yen is strongly correlated to Nikkei market during Asian movement. So we will see. But the thing is, yen strength should be subdued in some time. But again, now it's not just about yen strength. It's about current dollar weakness. So basically, what traders they are dumping dollars and favoring yen instead. So it's more like not a clear currency war, but it's definitely clear that yen is a safe haven again. A yen has become a safe haven again. So we will see, but at this point there is some more room to yen strength, and then I think that the yen strength will subside. Okay, if you have any question, guys, go ahead and ask me, of course. Okay, so I hope that I explained everything. Should be clear regarding to these questions, and of course follow recap setups, follow the analysis, and draw also your own conclusions. But definitely, as you always know, we are here to help you. So I don't see any questions. We can conclude the webinar. We can call it a day. Thank you for all of your questions. And as always, guys, I will be here with you. Cheers and trade safe.